Hi Gemini, how are you this week? Okay, so weekly reading for week beginning March 30th, 31st into the first week of April. I'll also have the monthly April readings up later in the week. So, just trying to, you were working with a lot of creative abundance and unlocking, that's right. It was this, whether you're a creator, whether you are looking at your challenging situations in a creative new way, you know, you can apply that in so many different contexts. So I know there's certainly a collective theme for so many people at this stage. There's a lot of uncertainty and fear and anxiety. There's also opportunity to really go within, and that ultimately is the only thing that can happen when we are encouraged to stay in our homes for our safety. We find ourselves not living our regular routines of eat, sleep, repeat. We can really connect into the voice within, and sometimes that might feel uncomfortable for some of us. Sometimes it's an opportunity to keep creating for others, okay? But let's have a look, Gemini, and see what might be coming up for you. As I say, my messages are the intention with these messages is to connect to those that might be tuning in. As an intuitive reading, I will pick up on the strongest frequencies coming through when it comes to connecting souls out there needing clarity, healing, confirmation on their journey at this time. If your sun sign doesn't resonate for you this week, I encourage you to go ahead and check out your natal chart, okay? So there's a link below so that you might be able to understand your moon sign, your rising sign, your Jupiter sign, your Venus sign, all of which applies to many different elements and multi-dimensional aspects of who you are. You are more than just the zodiac the sun was in when you were born. Okay, Gemini? Freedom. Wow. Go and have a chat to a Taurian. They had this card last week. Look at the yin and yang. Okay, look at the shadow into the light, the balancing. This card speaks for itself. The details of the cards I use are in the description box below as well. These are from Anna Stark. This is a beautiful card. I love the word freedom. And because you can apply that in so many contexts. There's definitely some Geminis out there that are feeling restricted by their current circumstances, feeling free because they no longer have to go and do their routines, and they just get this time off to really assess and bring life and priorities into balance. There's Geminis out there that are really perhaps even going through some deep healing, balancing shadow elements and experiencing some form of awakening, whatever that means for you, Gemini. But freedom here. So whether that's even just getting some good financial news about setting yourself up, in the coming weeks. Let's just see what the tarot wants to say. I'm picking up on a few different frequencies, actually. There's a balancing here. And there's definitely some Geminis that do not feel free. Or that are redefining what freedom means for them. Because you know what? We are so used to the definition society has imprinted upon us when it comes to success and when it comes to being productive, and I've got to get up and go and do this job, I've got to do this. And you know how hard it is to actually work from home with your family, because that's just two different roles. It's two different roles and who you are. Like suddenly feeling like I've got to get super creative with what I actually do with my own work, There's definitely some Geminis out there that do not feel free. They are redefining their concepts of success, which ultimately will make them feel free, okay? You're creating some definitions around freedom and success is what I'm hearing. Let's take a look, Gemini, and see what the tarot might say. So the tarot, the intuitive readings are always about a story between you and a circumstance, you and a connection, you and your past, you and your future, you and your healing, okay? So apply it however it resonates. This could also go in reverse, okay? So if someone out there is watching because they're wanting to know what their Gemini loved one or interest is up to, this energy might be applying to you, all right? The messages are always intended to connect to whoever is open to receiving them. Okay, Gemini, on the bottom, Page of Wands. Coins. This is interesting. 3 of Coins, the 2 of Coins. Some nice progressive energy there, but I do see that 2-step forward, 1 step back energy with some review with the Hermit card, 8 of Wands underneath, the 8 of Coins coming up next, the Tower card, the World, sure, the 4 of Coins, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, I've done the bottom of the deck. Definitely some news around a creative potential, whether it's I don't sense, I'm not focused on love here at all. I'm focused on career, I'm focused on business, I'm focused on my financial security, okay? I'm focused on getting excited about some good news that's going to ultimately make me feel secure. I'm really going within. This is the theme I was picking up on, that redefinition around success. You might be connected into a Virgo, but certainly when the Hermit card crowns everything, I mean, this is an invitation to seek the wisdom within. You're redefining freedom. Do you feel free? Did your lifestyle make you feel free? The options that you currently know that are available to you, despite the restrictive circumstances so many of us are under, does it make you feel free? Go in. There's wisdom here for you to gain this week, Gemini. Ultimately about what it's worth, what it is worth to you to invest, this give and take energy, what is worth juggling, okay? That ultimately makes you feel like you're making a start. I want to say to some Geminis, do not push yourself too much, because I do see a big focus in the past was about really coming into your own and really connecting into this Queen of Coins energy where she is self-sufficient, she creates this life. I do see you building this life for yourself, building this path for yourself, building this vision for yourself about where you thought everything was going, and then this happened. But you know what? This happened to all of us. It did throw you for a loop, perhaps. You know, when the Tower and the World card shows up, this is a grand awakening into a whole new world. You can apply these 2 cards. Oh my goodness. Yes, look at this shit. Sorry. I just had a bit of an awakening myself. I love how you just keep learning. There's so many layers to cards. Okay, other way, Alan. Gemini, freedom, okay, yin and yang, the balance, a whole new world. This is a spark of light, a whole new leveling up, clearing uncertainty, clearing this awakening energy that ultimately invites us into the depths of our shadows. We've ultimately got, you're coming into balance this week, okay? So, hey, sure, it was shocking. None of us were expecting it. But what it's ultimately gifting you is this recognition from VIPs, this leveling up. This is where you were meant to be. I'm talking to some specific Geminis here where you can actually make the most of this situation, your skills, your experience, because I am talking money here. I'm talking business. I'm talking career path. This suits you. As much as it wasn't expected, it suits you. And you being the communicator, you might be communication driven in your work. You might be talking about ideas, a lot of opportunity and ideas and questions might be coming at you, whether you're a consultant of some form, and like I just keep picking up on someone that can make the most, and I don't mean this in a profiteering sense, I don't mean it in an insensitive sense, but you know, at this time of the game, sorry, I just had to check the camera was still going. At this stage of the game, where suddenly don't need our celebrities, we don't need our entertainment providers, our greatest gratitude and focus is going to the grocery store workers, the cleaners, the healthcare workers, the nurses, the essential services. I feel like you're connected in. You are essential. The work you do, what is tangible for you, your finances, your success, lies in communication, consulting, helping people juggle to start their new beginning. You are a consultant, a wise guide of some sort, Gemini, that's ultimately helping people step into this whole new world after what. So, you know, real estate agent, HR consultant, health and wellness, a psychologist, I can apply it in a coach. So many different, this is definitely a career-related card, career-related reading for Geminis out there that I'm talking. You are stepping into success. What you're coming into, Gemini, is the 8 of coins and the Ace of coins, okay? And sure, I could be speaking to Geminis that are working in the shadow element here and feeling quite like everything's come crumbling down. What do I do? So I'm going to invite you to really seek go into hermit mode, because we're all in hermit mode. Really look at the nugget of wisdom that's trying to make itself known to you, because you are being invited. I keep hearing you are being invited to redefine structures of success. You had an original game plan, and now this happened. And the opportunity here is a coming in of a whole new world. And as I actually said, was it in the Aries or the Taurus reading, as human beings, we are so comfortable in our need to control. It makes us feel safe. It makes us feel like we're the ones calling the shots. But you know, Gaia, Earth, nature, the universe, is the one that ultimately determines the cycles, and we must adapt. There is a strong opportunity here for many Geminis to adapt and prosper. Do not control your fear. This is in your fears section. Let go of the need to control. Let go of the need to hold on to old ways of doing things, old ways of defining success. And what does freedom mean? You might go out and do the opposite, I'm going to say, of what you were doing before. If you were working for yourself, you might find yourself having to go and seek employment, okay, in order to truly get the pennies together to feel like this. And I'm going to say it's there. Whatever it is you need financially is there. You just have to step into this whole new world. You just have to sort of get off the shaky grounds, start communicating, putting some messages out there, talking, really start to weigh up how much you're willing to juggle when it comes to security. Okay, I see you're on a good footing here for some Geminis that I'm talking about, and then obviously there's sudden change. But there's a beautiful opportunity to truly embrace abundance. And if the theme card is freedom, whether this is money or not, whether this is financial opportunities or not, there is a lot of abundance in a genuine feeling of freedom. You are redefining success. The job is here, the money is here for you, the money you need, an opportunity to really embark on the career that you are made for, okay, is here for you, Gemini. Lots of communication this week, but let's see what else our little story might say. Walk away from loss, okay, so walk away, take the opportunity. Take the opportunity. This, I'm talking to Geminis that have children as well, which might be the financial focus as well. How do I look after my family? How do we set up some strong foundations that ultimately gets us to this when the house feels like it's crumbling down, you know, or our sense of security feels like it's crumbling down, Gemini? Cut your losses. There's a ticket here linked to your past, okay? So as a very general message, I can say you've been here before, sure, but someone from your past, a past goal, you know what? Past goal is key. Okay, so go in. If you're genuinely feeling stuck, go in. Sorry, my energy is so. I'm wanting everyone to really connect into opportunity here, because I do, like, don't get me wrong, I went to the shops yesterday and was just floored. I literally felt like crying. I felt this. I feel this collectively whenever I choose in, but you know what? I actively, very consciously, on the regular, disconnect from the energy, because it is heavy. It is, and I'm not discounting people's feelings and the reality. I'm living it too. I am living it too, right along with everyone else, because I just got a sudden, I feel like I'm picking up on a Gemini that might be buying into fear, investing in the fear energy, that I feel like I need to tell you to cut away from it as much as you can, whatever that energetically means, because there is so much potential here that for some have gone and grabbed it by the reins and just taken it. Like, I see that. So keep going, Gemini. Like, I want to encourage those Geminis to keep going. Others have perhaps sort of been stuck in this, in the lower realms of the energy and the fear energy that's floating around collectively for many. And you can pick that up as an empath. You can, because I think it goes without saying that there's definitely some Geminis out there that I'm connecting into that suddenly have been impacted, obviously, and feeling a strong sense of loss, because your world as you know it and the routines you're in has suddenly been affected. I do want to invite you to go in, okay, and connect into the opportunity that's present here. Re-explore definitions and boundaries around what freedom ultimately means for you, how you can be free of that heavy burden. And you are the Geminis that I feel like I need to connect to tell, make sure you're disconnecting from that collective energy as well. There's an invitation here for a whole new beginning and feeling abundant, okay? So this is not just emotional fulfillment, it's love, it's really connecting into this opportunity, Gemini, because I do see it as a double aces, okay? You've got some beautiful opportunity for new beginnings and communications around some plans about what security means for you. Okay, coming into yourself. I know for a lot of Geminis I connected into your last week reading was really this creative energy. So perhaps I'm talking to Geminis that were on this rise and then boom, suddenly something shifted. So perhaps I'm finding you at a different energetic level this week, and that's great. That's also very normal. Take heed, go in. It's about cutting our losses of what we thought freedom and security and stability should be. We're actually getting to redefine that. So release control of what you think that ultimately means for you, Gemini, because this is about, for all of us in many ways, it's about releasing the burdens that we probably didn't want to carry anyway. Okay? Maybe there's something about your routine, maybe there's something about your past or your past career, your current career, whatever the case may be. It's about releasing responsibility. It's about releasing the burdens that you were not really enjoying carrying anyway. I think for many I'm connecting to out there, this is, that this time is for you. You're just perhaps taking a little bit more time to truly step into the wisdom of what it's offering you. Okay? Emotional fulfillment, news about love and family and connecting into family. It's beautiful family time for so many. There's lots of good stuff, Gemini, here this week for you. So I feel like I'm speaking to a group of Geminis. Some are definitely looking at this and they're continuing that ride of creative abundance from last week. Others are perhaps suddenly hit by the change in circumstances, not feeling free. They're feeling quite restricted. For all of us, in many ways, Gemini, this is about releasing burdens that we've all been carrying, ways of life and living that we've perhaps needed to really readdress, redefine in order to truly feel free. Because how much did your past routine and circumstances, how much did it make you feel free? And if you don't feel free now, is it because you are forming that on definitions based on an old world, an old way of doing things? Because as we've all seen, Gemini, with just one decision, within less than a few days, everything changes. Okay? But there's some beauty in that. There's some wisdom. There's a gift of wisdom there, because ultimately we too can change in as little time. We can redefine our definitions of freedom and success. We can redefine who we are and what tangible success and security and abundance of love means to us. This is all for all of us. This is the time of judgment. We all get to really judge our path, our past, and our choices moving forward that ultimately feel authentic. Feel like it's authentically aligned to who we are, so that we can truly let go of things that have burdened us for a long time that didn't make us feel free. This is an opportunity where we are invited into the peace within, the creative expression within, because we're not running our same routines. If life can change so quickly, so too can you. All right? I hope you've found some resonance in some of those messages, Gemini. I do ask you to leave some comments, see how you found it. But by all means, if it didn't, go and check your natal chart for your other readings, okay? That pertain to what else might be going on for you. All right, Gemini, I hope you have a great week. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.